On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, we're talking about the big news out of Texas. We got Kobe Black committing to the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. Don't forget to check us out at HornSports.com for all the latest in Texas news. Now, Dylan, this is a huge get for Texas, especially for a group that has had some troubles in the secondary. What better way to help out your secondary? Dylan, this is a hot take than to add some secondary talent.
No
Oh my
way.
goodness. The 2024 four-star cornerback is the 10th highest rated player in the state of Texas in this 2024 recruiting cycle. It is also becoming the fourth highest commit in Texas recruiting class behind Ryan Wingo, Colin Simmons, and Brandon Baker. So a huge get for Steve Sarkisian and the Longhorns just shortly before signing day. Dylan, how do you feel about Kobe Black?
Well, Devin, when you're going into the SEC, a lot of people would say the more talent you have, the better. And in Kobe Black's case, this is somebody that you can almost see playing in his first season here, just with the talent that he has. At Waco Connally, he was used all over the place. You saw him in the corner, wide receiver, he was a return man. He played basketball, and he's got track experience in relays. So this is a guy that you can really use in a multitude of ways for this team. But he just adds that extra talent that you desperately so need, especially at his frame at 6 foot 190. You can put him up against some of the faster players that you'll see in the SEC with just that height and his ability to just kind of, the fluid hips and able to track the guy that he's covering, right? Because I'm trying to put my words together. So this is a great ad in that case, Evan.
Yeah, Dylan, and you were talking about it, I think, a little bit before, just a second ago. But Sarkisian, just to go further on this point, Sarkisian and defensive backs coach Terry Joseph, they're not afraid
Yeah.
to put young freshmen out there on the field. A lot of schools probably a little timid to put a freshman cornerback out there. Sarkisian, nah, he's like, go ahead, go on out there. And Texas has had
I feel
some,
like Sark's a big, oh, you can't swim here. Just shove you in the pool. Figure
yeah,
it out
yeah.
as you're in there.
I hope you have a knack of picking things up fast. Kobe
Yes.
Black, Kobe Black. This is a big opportunity for him. Like we're just joking about here, this is an opportunity to get into that pool. Hopefully, the pool's a little more shallow water doing for Kobe here, as Texas secondary has not been the hottest of commodities as of late. But the cornerbacks, yet again, we're talking about that youth in the secondary. The cornerbacks have a lot of potential. We'll see with every
Yeah.
game they have seemingly been growing. So that's a good sign for him. Now, Dylan, Texas landed Black over some schools. Primarily, Texas fans, you might want to lean in here. You got A&M and Oklahoma State is who you beat out. So of course, if
Yeah.
you're a Texas fan, you're now smiling ear to ear about that. He had 30 offers from pretty much all the big schools, all the big names, but those two were the real finalists in this. In Oklahoma State, you might wonder why that school in particular. Well, it's because Kobe Black's
Hmm.
brother was the starting cornerback for Oklahoma State. And so definitely a talented family tree for him there, Dylan, with his brother being a Power 5 starter. Now some stats in high school this past season on defense: 41 tackles and 2 interceptions. Not bad, but as Dylan also mentioned, he's got some versatility. He also shined at wide receiver for Connally. He only had 8 receptions, which is kind of surprising. I think Max Preps might have been wrong there, though. But 281 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And as we're mentioning, like, he's not a wide receiver. This is a guy that is coming into Texas to play in the secondary, who also is needed on offense for Connally. Still was a leading receiver for a team that had a pretty good run this year compared to some years past. Dylan, what are you gonna say?
And with that, just when you talk about when he's playing corner and the tackles that you're seeing, the ball's not being thrown at him. Just the way how fast he is, the receivers that he was going up against were not going to be able to get really separation. So that's an adjustment that you'll see coming to Texas and how his speed translates to that facts. And plus, obviously, how fast receivers are, especially in the SEC. So you're going to kind of see the ways that he kind of adjusts passes defended, right? But again, the ball skills are there, the speed is there, It's just that general adjustment that, of course, you're going to have to see when we talk about being pushed in the pool here. He's gonna have to learn quick, but again, that's the recruiting aspect and getting a guy like this because he's going to have the ability to play quickly.
100%. And some pros and cons I wrote down, Dylan. I'm just going to get the con out of the way. When I say con, this is always our area of needs improvement / has time to improve on. And this is really the one we cite most often, Dylan, for these high school kids. It's no shocker. It's that Texas strength and conditioning program. As Dylan was talking about, Black has some elite, quick athleticism. I'd like to see him maybe get to a better, like a long-term top end speed. I'm lacking on the phrase there, but you know what I mean. If you're,
I think we both really struggle with that too, though. To be fair to him.
100%. Have you guys seen us run? There would be no question. But Dylan, to be fair though, if you guys saw us play, there'd also be a lot more of these needs improvement areas.
Well, I like to think my only con too is getting into the strength and conditioning with Texas football, right? So I think there's plenty of talent there. I just got to hit the weight room a little bit more.
Well, that's a plus for him, but that'd be a con for us. Yeah, we'd be dead. But definitely, Dylan. If it was us, we'd be going for another 25 minutes on
The squat bar would be squatting.
It'd be bad. So. The needs improvement area would be endless.
Yeah,
we'd have to do a live stream to capture all of that because that would not be ending.
Yeah.
But jokes aside, yet again, Black is a very athletic guy. Just to get some of that top end, further down the field distances at a top end speed is something that the Texas staff will be helping him achieve. He's definitely, a quick twitch cornerback, and that's boding well for him. I only mentioned that first, Dylan, though, to get the con out of the way because this is all pros for Texas. You have a cornerback that's 6 foot, 190 pounds, but it has lengthy arms, Dylan, which, of course, any DB's coach always is salivating over. Terry Joseph is going to be happy to have him in that room. And Dylan was talking about it earlier, the ball skills just with Black playing wide receiver and also getting some interceptions in the secondary. He's able to catch passes, which is good, of course, for Joseph and bad for opposing quarterbacks. And then lastly, Dylan also hinted at it earlier, but he has some sports versatility. He's a track star. He also played on the basketball team. So that always helps with, just the transfer ability. But also, Dylan, if Black is asked to play some, safety or some other positions as well, just because Sark likes to throw in a bunch of different bodies, Dylan, and rotate them in and out, he's going to be able to do that just fine. It's also worth noting, though, Kobe Black is a prideful man, and he wants to play cornerback, Dylan. He doesn't consider himself as a safety. So anyone that's calling him a safety, just be warned. I'm warning you here right now. Definitely a talented corner, though, as Dylan was mentioning. Dylan, any last bits?
I think the biggest thing, Devin, in our Madden days, in our playing days, back during our career, the biggest insult or the biggest thing you hear from the commentators is you can see why this guy plays defense and not receiver. You're not getting that with Kobe Black. He has the ability to snag those interceptions. If he gets his hands on it, there's a good bet that he's taking it the other way.
Exactly, Dylan. That's the only pro that we had was our Madden Sticks days.
Listen, we know our formations. All right, just to put that out there.
But more importantly than our jokes, what do you think about Kobe Black? Let us know down below. Is he going to sink or swim in this team? I think swim. Let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.